All right, welcome back to another episode of College Football on a Bridge. Today we're going to tackle Kent State. Um, Good MAC school, been kind of down the last few years. Last year was weird. They had Kenny Burns get fired like in the spring. So they had Mark Carney come in. He ended up going 5-7 in his first year, and only coming in the spring, not having a full year to go. And the going 5-7 after all of that, and being Kent State, it's pretty impressive to see. They bring back quarterback Drew DeShields. He's put on some weight in off season, kind of getting command of the offense, getting in the system. They have receiving talent. They have Darius Clark is a kind of a deep threat, big time kind of guy. Running backs, they're bringing in an Illinois State transfer, Mason King. He had a good season in 2023. He's kind of been injured, not quite in, but they can get him his potential that he was, pre-injury. It's a good piece, along with Caffrey at running back they already have. Defensively, they bring in a Michigan State transfer and Samaji Bridgman to kind of add to the depth on defense. They got some pieces. They bring back Thomas Aiden at a defensive tackle. Finished last year 24 tackles. So they got some pieces. A lot of sophomores on the team. So maybe coming in the sophomore year, they already had a year in the program, kind of build upon it. I look for them to improve on that 5-7 from last year, being abbreviated time for the new coach. They start off at South Carolina, which is you kind of want to chalk that down to loss. Then they got Wofford, and then they got at Ohio State. Then they get into the MAC schedule. They got at South Florida later in the year. Overall, not a daunting schedule as far as conference goes. Then again, MAC's kind of they kind of just beat up on each other a lot, so it's hard to tell with which team is going to elevate a whole lot. They got Miami, Ohio at home, which is normally one of the better teams. They're pulling kind of schedule's definitely manageable. Once you get past the South Carolina, Ohio State, those paycheck games, then I think they can rattle off some wins. I'm looking at going a 7-5, maybe possibly 8-win season for them if defense can come along and DeShields can progress as they're thinking he can under his second year there with Coach Carney.